Hello there, Cancer. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your August 2022 career and money reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so Cancer, let's get into this. We're going to start with your Soul Traveler's card and also your Animal Spirit card. So we have Joy and Delight. Open your heart to joy. Oh, wonderful energy there. Really, to me, this is like your heart chakra opening, and this is your career and money sector. But when we are in our heart space, it allows us to really create more from a loving space, which actually is good for our money sector. It helps to bring in more abundance. When we are creating from a loving spot, we bring more, think of love as energy. So when you're putting love or energy into what it is that you're creating, you also get energy in the form of money, or satisfaction, fulfillment of whatever it is that you are creating. And then we also have Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Oh my goodness, Cancer, I'm getting goosebumps. This is such a lovely energy to get your reading started. Yeah, just in a lovely spot. Really, I don't know, what's your secret weapon? Because, it's such an energy of just really coming into enjoying what you create and just understanding that you are creating from your heart chakra. So we're going to go to the Tarot, Courage on the bottom. So, this is an indication that you have the courage to actually go after your dreams, to step into making your dreams come true. It could be, I'm just taking a glance here, it could be after a long time of not being able to put yourself first or create whatever it is that you would like to create for yourself, bring those material things into your life that you are looking for. Yeah, Queen of Swords on the bottom, an indication that you're really going for it. The Queen of Swords is highly focused on what it is that she wants to create, whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. And then with the Courage card, having the courage, the stamina, the determination, the motivation, the inspiration to move forward in the direction that you are wanting to go. The one thing I love about the Queen of Swords is that she is highly focused on where she's going. She does not allow, other people or situations to come in and detract her from whatever it is that she's trying to create. Okay, so we have a really good sense here. So you have the Lost card, okay? So we feel like you're coming out of, something that you have lost. This is a little bit like that Three of Swords energy. Something has disappointed you in your career and money sector. But I love this energy with the Ace of Swords, because it's like, okay, you're recognizing that something didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, whether it's a job, a business that you started, a house that you purchased. You're not really, it's not really the dream house that you thought it was going to be. It could even be a relationship. There's something that you're recognizing has not worked out the way that you thought it would or that you wanted it to. But with the Ace of Swords here, it's stepping into your power of understanding that you see the truth now in what didn't work. You've also learned the lesson. You've taken the wisdom out of some disappointment. You're seeing the silver lining in it, and now you're ready to move forward. Stepping into your truth, stepping into what it is that you truly want to create, what you want to put out into the world, and also what it is that you want to bring into your financial sector. That's a really important part too of this. So let's clarify this and see what we have. Yeah, Fool, Six of Swords. Oh my goodness, you are moving on. Yeah. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, really focusing on your career, on what it is that you are working on. So This does not have to be actually in your career. It could be that you are trying to bring in that dream home of yours, or, there's a vacation that you are really wanting to take because you haven't had a vacation in like 3 years. There's something that you're willing to put your time and energy, this is the nose to the grindstone type of energy. You've been working really hard, but it's kind of like he's focused on his work, but in the back of his mind, he has a certain goal. So this could be, you want a certain amount of money in your savings account, or you're saving up for a down payment on a home. You're trying to have enough money invested in yourself that you can start your own business. This is that energy of, I'm working really hard because there's something I really want for myself or for my family in the material sense. So here are clarifiers. You have the Fool card and the Six of Swords. Both of these are energies of moving on from this loss. It's kind of like, yeah, you looked the loss straight in the eye. You're kind of like, yeah, I get it. I get why that didn't work out. Yes, that was disappointing, but I see a new path opening up for me and I'm taking it. So this could be, you're switching careers, you're switching jobs, you're maybe even switching, a goal that you had for yourself. It could be that you're actually lowering a certain goal for yourself. So maybe you have been working really hard for a very long time and suddenly you're realizing, I don't have that much play time. I work really hard, but I don't play hard. So you could be even changing your attitude about work, and instead of, saying, oh my goodness, I want more money in the bank, you're saying, I want more time to play. Maybe you have lost time, playing with your children or or enjoying your family or just enjoying yourself, some hobbies that you've liked to take. That is part of your truth. You're stepping into what it is that you truly want. What is joyful and delightful for you? And you're that Queen of Swords, you're focusing on that and you're moving in a new direction, but it's not a new direction because, I think something has changed in your mindset. That loss has brought in a change of your goals, of your mindset. But at the same time, you're very excited, right, about this new venture, about going in a new direction. It's not kind of like an energy where I have no choice. I have to go in this new direction. There's a lot of positive, enthusiastic energy with this. And that's what I like about it because, with this Five of Swords, I feel like, there could have been some conflicts in your life, some angst in your life. This is kind of a little bit of an anger, resentment card. I feel like you're looking back at something that you've lost and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm seeing that in a whole different way. It's, rejection is God's protection. I think what you're understanding now is that whatever was taken from you, it really was protecting you. It's helping you to see things in a different light. So let's take a look at your area of resistance or your obstacle. Being able to find new supportive connections that are willing to work with you. So I feel like right now you could feel a little bit like you're doing something on your own. You're having to work on whatever this is by yourself. You're having a hard time finding other people that are willing to cooperate, because this Five of Swords kind of indicates that, in your past position, whatever you were losing, Maggie's back there scratching. She's trying to make herself comfortable. Maggie's trying to make herself comfortable on the couch. Five of Swords is kind of that energy of, competition. People maybe could have been backstabbing you at work or, just things were not, let's put it this way, pleasant. Whatever this energy is, wherever you were before, whatever you have kind of lost, the energy was not pleasant. And now what you're looking for is a pleasant working environment, or a pleasant, even if it's your home environment, you don't want the angst. You're just trying to get away from conflict. That's how I feel. And you're willing to make changes. Sometimes we recognize that we have to make some certain sacrifices in our life in order to find peace. To me, this card is really kind of speaking about wanting to find peace in your life. So let's go ahead and clarify this. Yeah, we have the Magician, 10 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Yeah, 5 of Wands on the bottom. There's that angst again, that, kind of like that competition. You're tired of the competition. If you're like in the corporate world, you could be tired of the backstabbing competition that, the corporate life can have for you. You're just tired of it, and you're kind of like, yeah, I'll just go work out on my own. I'll go in a new direction, because I feel like with this Lost card, what you're understanding is that there has been some type of emotional loss here. There's, disappointment, but there's also emotional loss. Like you're wanting something deeper, more fulfilling for yourself in whatever capacity this is for you. So we have the Magician, 10 of Wands, and the High Priestess. You're having difficulty, because this is still your area of resistance. You're having difficulty dropping the burdens of something in the past. You're trying to manifest something new so you can drop the burdens of the past. With the High Priestess, because this is in your area of resistance, you're having a hard time connecting with your intuition about how to navigate this little bit of time. To me, it's kind of like you're trying to manifest a new job opportunity so you can drop the burdens of the old one, right? Or you're looking at your finances, right? And trying to figure out, how can I reprioritize my finances so I can drop the burdens, and maybe I don't have to make quite as much money. I want more time. I want more free time. I want less angst about, trying to pay a big mortgage or something like that. There could be just this wanting to drop this huge financial burden. I feel like you may feel like you have a lot of weight on your shoulders, especially if, you are the financial, breadwinner, if you will, of your family or for yourself. You feel like, there's a lot of financial burden on your shoulders. You could be deciding, this really is kind of ridiculous. What can we cut out of our life to kind of like get back to the bare minimum and then have a little bit of extra, but just really this energy of, I'm not sure I want to work so hard, just keeps coming up. Which is really kind of interesting, because I feel, here's your advice: taking steps, making a decision about how you want to proceed, and then taking those steps. So, say you do want more financial freedom, or you want, not to work so hard, you want to play some more. This could be you taking that first step of having a conversation with other members of your family or other people that depend on you financially. This could also be you meeting with a financial advisor about how you can, change your lifestyle. I feel like, the interesting thing with taking steps, you see how she's walking away from us in the illustration. I feel like you are walking away from some financial burden that you have in your life. If you have like adult children, you may be saying, okay, I've given you as much as I possibly can. You're on your own, or you have from now until December or something like that. Yeah, it's really kind of interesting, because I feel like you're almost turning your back on some people that depend on you financially, but have the wherewithal to be able to depend on themselves, to provide for themselves. Really interesting energy. This, I know, won't resonate with everybody, but once again, it's kind of like just recognizing that you're over giving in certain relationships or situations where people could really be providing for themselves or providing more for themselves. I feel a little bit like there's this energy that, once again, you were working really hard. We had the Eight of Pentacles, nose to the grindstone type of energy. I feel like you've been working really hard, and there's other people in your life that you may provide for financially that you're kind of like, wait a minute. You all are having a lot more fun than I am. There, it's almost like I'm hearing the word skating. They're skating through life, and you feel like you're working really hard. Yeah, really interesting. I feel like the energy of the reading kind of has changed, because I feel like once again your dream is coming out a little bit differently than it did at the beginning of the reading. And once again, I'm getting this courage. They're asking me to show the courage card, to have the courage to turn your back on this situation. I really get the sense that you are financially feeling burdened at this time. As if, once again, other people are taking advantage of your good nature. It's there's all of this, like the glitter and everything. I'm hearing, leaving others in the dust. I think you're fed up, Cancer. I think you're fed up in a certain situation. This could be, just one of those family members that, you know, I'll share that, I have this really good girlfriend, and, we both have adult children. And one of her adult children, has chosen an occupation that does not pay that well. And so my friend is, is still working full time and has a very stressful job. And is like, she's like, I have to work for like another 3 years. But she helps support this, adult child that is very capable of having, a job that pays more than what she is making at this time. And, we were having that conversation kind of about, she was like, well, I feel like I have to support her because, she chose this career. And, my point to her at the time was, but at what cost to you? Right? Because she chose that career. It's different if you have like an adult child that is incapable, right? Of having, providing for themselves. But in this case, that person is really capable and she's choosing, right? She's choosing. And that was the point, is, are the people that you are supporting here, if you have young children, yes, they cannot fend for themselves, right? You can set healthy boundaries about, how, what they are going to be provided with, but it's kind of like, I feel like there's somebody here that you're finally turning your back on it. And I feel like it takes a lot of courage, because in this case, I feel as if this person has kind of slid into taking it easy in their own life because they know that they're taking advantage of your good graces. And it's really hard because with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like it could be a little bit of a codependent relationship. So you're kind of like not wanting to step away from this relationship, and yet at the same time, I feel like once you turn your back and start to walk away, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this earlier? And remember, this is your advice. Okay, so the advice here is, and once again, if it's somebody that can't provide for themselves, that's different, right? There are those cases. But if this is a person that can provide for themselves or is just taking advantage of your good nature, I think, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think you're putting an end to it. Knight of Pentacles. It's taken you a long time to kind of really see the truth, because let's go back to this. I think you're seeing the truth in this situation. I think you're ending it with the Ten of Swords. I think you're ending this relationship or the burden that you carry in this relationship, but you're doing it in a loving way. Okay, and I like that. Cancer. You're not just turning your back and running away. You're having the courage to have this conversation face to face, and just tell them, my priorities have changed. There's things I want to do in my life. I see my future in a certain way, and we have status quo under here. I can't, this cannot no longer be the status quo. I have other things that I want to do and I need to go do them. I feel like this person may play the victim mentality card, woe is me type of energy, but you're just kind of like, nope, I'm going in a new direction. But I think you're also doing it in a loving way, telling them, supporting them with emotionally by saying, I know that you can do I know that you can provide for yourself, and you may even once again give them like a 6 month, kind of, weaning them off of the financial situation. If this is a business partner, because I feel like for some of you, this could be a business partner or something. Yeah, I feel like, this is a business partner that isn't really giving their all. I feel like you're looking for new business partners, wanting to go in a new direction. Two of Swords, you've been blocking this for some time. I feel like the person that you are dealing with is also blocking this. It's kind of like, no, I don't want to have this conversation. But wow, this is, I'll have to say, my heart chakra got kind of tense there because I feel like this is a conversation you need to have with this person. But as soon as I finished that energy right there, it was like totally opening up again. I feel like when you finally have the courage to have that conversation and to walk away from this burden, once again, it doesn't mean you're walking away from the person, you're walking away from the financial burden of this relationship. It's kind of like, wow. Once again, it's kind of like a sense of freedom, being able to take that money that you're putting in towards that person or that responsibility and really being able to go after your dreams, bringing your dreams into fruition. Security. I choose to feel secure and to work so that my bank account is full. I really feel like this is for you, but I also feel like it could be for this other person that you're dealing with, to say, what, you are capable of working to make your bank account full, sometimes it's a little bit of tough love. I feel, I feel like the other person is somehow playing it safe, They're just really happy being inside your picket fence. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Cancer. But, sometimes we have to recognize that when we have these situations, I had a similar situation with one of my children. And, when I finally had the conversation, my child actually was, really open and was kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't say no to this a lot earlier. But, it was just, one of those situations, and, the world had gone a little topsy-turvy with the pandemic and everything. And, but then it's kind of like, yeah, it has to end at some point, right? It does. Okay, recycle, learn from the past and apply to creating your vision of the future. And you know what? I really feel like that is kind of a big lesson for you in this situation, right? It's kind of like, okay, I'm learning this lesson to not get myself entangled in these situations. And once again, I feel like somebody, they're saying skating on your coattails. So somebody is like kind of, skating on your coattails, holding onto your coattails, and, you're blocking the wind so that, they have an easy go of it. But it is to your detriment. If nothing else, it's to your emotional detriment because there's other things that you want to do, Cancer. And I think you really actually have the financial means to do whatever it is that you want as soon as you drop this burden. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I do really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.